Nirosha had been waiting for this auspicious occasion for the past 7 years. Nirosha, who had married Suraj 10 years ago, had now decided to have a child 3 years later. Nirosha was surprised to see that her sister Rakshita had decided to become a mother the same year she got married. Nirosha had just joined her first year of her fine arts degree. Rakshita was shocked to see the man she had chosen to marry, and so were her family. Rakshita was an MBA graduate. She was studying at Oxford Business College when she met Manoj. They soon became close friends. They had also attended the Maruti Udyog camp together. Nirosha had already felt that they were a good couple. Once again, on Rakshita's 22nd birthday, when Manoj wished her with a special gift, she thought that Manoj was in love with Rakshita. Believing that she would find a friend like Manoj, Nirosha had searched for such a person whenever she went to college. Rakshita started working as a manager at Maruti Udyog after her studies. Manoj had got a job at Infosys. Even though Nirosha kept asking her sister about Manoj, Rakshita would not tell her anything openly. Sharing her personal thoughts with someone else had never seemed right to Rakshita. Manoj used to call Rakshita every night at 9 o'clock. Then both of them would talk very intimately. Once Nirosha answered a call that Rakshita received. Manoj asked Rakshita. Nirosha, who had given her the phone, stood there in the shadows and listened to them with curiosity. But since their conversation was mostly about their office work, it was disappointing for Nirosha. Days passed. Once, when Rakshita proposed to her classmate Vagish at home, it surprised everyone, including Nirosha. Vagish was not very handsome compared to Manoj. Rakshita had firmly decided to marry Vagish, who worked in Reliance. Even when Nirosha asked Rakshita about this, she refused to tell the reason. Rakshita Vagish's wedding was simple in the presence of a few relatives and friends. Vagish came from an ordinary middle class family. During the wedding, apart from some quarrels over some reasons, the auspicious event went smoothly. Amidst all this, Nirosha was the only one who did not like Vagish. She had firmly decided that if she got married, she would choose someone like Manoj. After this, Rakshita became pregnant and gave birth to Rama the following summer. She took maternity leave for 6 months and started taking care of the child. Nirosha used to visit her house often. Then, seeing the difficulties she was facing for a child, she decided not to have a child in her life. Rakshita is not the same as before. Her youth has faded and she has become like a middle class woman. All this is because she has given birth to a child. Rakshita, who was the beauty that everyone looked at, was not like that today. Nirosha argued in her mind. When Rama was 3 years old, Rakshita gave birth to another cute baby girl. After completing her postgraduate degree, Nirosha joined Revati Arts Gallery as a teacher. There she met Darshan. His fashionable personality, who was her colleague, attracted her a lot. The two became close friends very quickly. From there, their friendship turned into love. Darshan was the boy of a wealthy family. His father Murthy was the managing director of a large company in the city. His mother Revati had made quite a name for herself as a fashion designer. Thus Darshan did not lack in anything. Being the only son in the house was a plus point for his luck. There was no young woman who did not fall in love with Darshan, who used to wear the latest clothes and ride a newly designed bike to college. Nirosha was one of them. Darshan also behaved very politely with Nirosha. For this reason, both of them started hanging out together outside the art gallery. About 4 months passed in this way with joy and celebration. One day, Nirosha found out that she was pregnant. Nirosha, who was 22 years old, told Darshan about it. But Darshan refused her love, saying, "I cannot marry you. I cannot take the responsibility of your child." Nirosha felt very sad that it was her mistake to trust Darshan without knowing him completely. Moreover, she had Darshan's child in her womb aborted with a view to the future. After that, Darshan did not want any contact with Nirosha. Nirosha also decided not to talk to him ever again. 2 months passed. That day was Valentine's Day. No matter how much Nirosha wanted to, Darshan's memory started to haunt her. In that weak moment, Nirosha called Darshan's house. Hey, is Darshan there? Who are you? The housekeeper asked. Nirosha. He went to Australia 2 days ago. Oh, when will he return? He won't come back. He went to settle there, she said, and phone went dead. It felt like the sky had fallen on Nirosha. She collapsed, unable to do anything. Now she felt like she had no direction. She stayed at home for almost a month. Nirosha started going to work at Revati Art Gallery again and continued doing so for 2 years. Now she was matured. Whenever she saw young children on the road, she would think of the child she had with Darshan. She wondered if she had had a child. No matter how much she wanted it, Darshan's memory would haunt her. Meanwhile, Vagish Rakshita were happily with their children. Nirosha stayed at Vagish Rakshita's outhouse. Rakshita's son Rama was a very calm person. He never got into any arguments. But his younger sister Rani was a big troublemaker. She was a headache for everyone in the house by doing one thing or another. One Sunday morning, Rani came to Nirosha's room and pulled all the clothes neatly arranged in her cupboard and spread them on the floor and played on them. Nirosha was still asleep when she woke up to Rani's noise and saw that all her clothes were scattered on the floor. Even though Nirosha warned her twice and scolded her, Rani did not give up her game. Instead, she pulled the clothes that were left on the cupboard and threw them down. Enraged by this, Nirosha grabbed Rani's hand, who was playing on the pile of clothes, and slapped her twice hard on the cheek. The little girl, who was about 4 years old, could not bear the beatings and ran away from there and started crying loudly in the dining hall. Meanwhile, Rakshita, who had rushed there, picked up the child and looked at Nirosha angrily and said, "If it were your child, would you be hitting her like this? What a joke if you lay a hand on my children again." Rakshita's face turned red with anger. This one incident was enough to ruin the peace of the family that day. The next day, Nirosha left her sister's house and went to Mumbai. After that, they did not meet for 3 years. Nirosha had got a promotion in the college where she was working and had come to Mumbai. But day by day, she started to feel apathy. No matter how much she tried to stop him, the memory of Darshan could not be completely erased from her mind. Also, the memory of that little child that she had taken before he was born kept coming back and she wanted to cry. A few months passed like this. In the meantime, Nirosha met Suraj, who was a manager in Tata. They both agreed to each other and got married in a register. Nirosha decided that she should somehow move away from the memory of Darshan. But Suraj and Nirosha had different interests. Unlike Nirosha, Suraj was not an art lover. He had no interest in learning about anything other than his business. This made Nirosha feel lonely again, except for a few words with Suraj during dinner, then watching TV. Both of them were always in their own world. After Nirosha got out of Darshan's memory and came to a new life, she had some peace of mind. 3 years passed. Nirosha Suraj's life was moving in one direction without any ups and downs. This made Nirosha a little disappointed. Life seemed boring. She had little desire to have a child of her own. Thus, her mind was again drawn to old memories. Rakshita's children Rama and Rani were now grown up and going to school. Rama was in the 5th grade and Rani was in the 2nd grade. Sometimes Rakshita would come to meet Nirosha during her children's vacation. Sometimes they would meet at family functions. When they met, Nirosha was 32 years old. She wanted a child. But she told Rakshita that she was not showing any signs of it. But Rakshita did not comfort her. Nirosha had never told Rakshita or anyone else in the family about her relationship with Darshan or about her pregnancy and abortion. She had kept this matter a secret. The days went by like this. After that, 2 phone calls to Nirosha changed her life. According to a phone call from Global Hospital, Rakshita and Vagish were returning home after a weekend shopping trip when their car was hit by a truck coming from the opposite direction. Nirosha and Suraj performed their last rites. They took their children Rama and Rani to their home and legally adopted them. This gave Nirosha the joy of being a mother to 2 children instead of 1. Within a week, she received another call. Chandrasekhar called from faraway Kerala and inquired about Darshan. Nirosha replied that she had no relation to Darshan. I needed a unique painting for that. When I was looking for his address, I came to know that you both work together at Revati Arts Gallery. So I called, he said. Where did you find his address? I searched for Darshan on the internet and found details in his biography. Nirosha deactivated the call and did a Google search on Darshan's name on her laptop. There, a surprise awaited her. Next to Darshan's name, his date of birth was 5 March 1968. It also stated that he had died on 16 February 1994. It said that Darshan had died in a road accident in Australia. When Nirosha called Darshan's house just 2 days ago on February 14, she knew that Darshan was going to stay in Australia. But in just 2 days, Darshan had left this earth. Nirosha was restless, unable to get rid of Darshan's memory. But now, when she learned that Darshan had left, Nirosha could not believe it. No matter how much she tried to forget, Darshan had left her. Thus, 2 calls had shown her a new path in life. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.